Well, do you have any intentions on expanding soon? I mean, is your business like getting to the point where you're busting at the seams?
We are not busting at the seams, but we are going to be adding our elderberry syrup dog bites soon, which we're super excited about to expand in that market in a new way. As you have even shared a little bit about the impact maybe it has had on your own dogs by just trying it. Of course, we don't have these labels done yet. We're still working on them. We're very, very close to ordering. But there is a completely different setup when it comes to a pet supplement versus a human supplement in terms of compliance and different things that we have to do on our labels.
Is it harder or easier?
Well, the beautiful thing is that we have a formulation that we know is already very effective and has been used for dogs in the past. So we're not changing our formula at all. We just have to make some changes in terms of making sure that the dosing is, set up for a dog in weight versus what a human would take and so forth.
Yeah, how would you even figure that out?
Well, I've definitely had conversations with some people that have helped, but it's also based on customer feedback, which is always very helpful. And also looking at, when you have a certain size dog versus a human taking our formulation. Of course, the bites have we've just kind of trial and error through customer feedback and also looking at human weight versus dog. Mhm.
So probably based on pounds. Like if you take
That's right.
200 pounds and a dog at 20 pounds, 1/10 the serving.
Yeah, we'll have it all broken down on the dog bite labels. That way, people know exactly how much to give their dog, and it's gonna have a little bit of variations based on for humans, it's like, okay, yeah, I take it every few hours up to 5 times a day. Like, we're not going to have that for dogs. So that's why the labeling for the pet supplement is important. That way, people have a guideline on how to best support their dogs.
So I don't think I told you this, but basically, I did tell you that I cut the gummy into 4 pieces. So
Hmm. And
25.
you have just a little guy, too. How many pounds is he?
He's 20 pounds.
Okay.
And so there was a day, I think it was like the first time I tried to cut it, I dropped it and it fell on the floor, and he nailed it. He got the whole thing, right? And there was no adverse effects. He was fine. The only thing I can tell you is he got a little gas and it was a little stinky. So
Okay.
I don't think
Yeah.
there's a limit again uh, on a pet size, because that gummy is for a full grown human, and he's 1/10 of my size, and again it didn't like adversely affect him at all. He was bouncing around like a super ball like he always does. Again, the only outcome other than him being a happy to go lucky dog was he had a little gas that day. But I thought I should share that with you. That could be the only thing they could complain about.
Yeah. And the same thing will happen for humans as well, as if you get too much that your body isn't wanting, typically you might have looser stools, it might have a effect on your body in that way.
Well,
Mhm.
loose stools are actually, well, as long as it's not always loose, they're actually a good thing. It's your stomach, like rebooting. Now, I was talking with a person who does a lot of scientific work on the gut, and as like the second brain, like it's the next level stuff, right? And how important good gut health is, obviously, just to get the minerals and vitamins that you need out of your body, but also the connection between the brain health and the stomach health
Mhm.
is really important. Again, it's like the overall function of the cell. Like if you just looked at the human body as a cell, which really isn't that complicated, because we are in every way like the cells. We have all different organs instead of they have oreganellos. You have all these different proteins folding into enzymes and peptides. And so, it's a very, very complex system just in that tiny little individual cell.
Mhm.
So it makes a lot of sense that, that we have all this interconnection that we don't often associate to. And one of the things that he said is that it's really actually kind of good to have, your gut reset. And I forget what he said. It was something like along the lines that um, when that happens, you're basically upping or getting rid of all of the negative cells that you've collected through the consumption of food that had, potentially pathogens or other not so beneficial bacteria, or I should say biology, because there's protozoa, there's fungi, there's
Right.
bacteria in your gut. And he goes, basically that's your body resetting so that now you have a greater population of the beneficial ones, and you reduce the ones that are not either they're parasitic in the understanding they're consuming the minerals and vitamins that you need for their own cell division. So they're breeding out, populating, not breeding, but dividing out to make them more abundant than the beneficial ones. So it might actually be another benefit of this product is you say, hey, every 3 months, 4 months, OD on the stuff. Take 3, 4 cups and let
Clean
you
yourself out.
yeah, let you have a cleanse, man. I mean, look, cleanses are a real thing.
They are a real thing, and you actually just